Coming up on today's show, a series of first and will Chinese drinkers switch their baijiu for tequila? We'll ask the COO of Patron Spirits. Coming up, you don't want to miss that one. Cheers. See you after the break.
Welcome back Monday here on Squawk Asia. The distilled spirits sector had reason to celebrate last year. In the U.S. alone, revenues were up while market share versus beer and wine jumped 34.3%. Now, Patron Spirits, makers of tequila, liqueurs, and also vodka, has been benefiting from this trend. Out here in the Asia Pacific alone, Patron enjoyed a rise of almost 42%. For more, let's talk to John McDonnell in a first on CNBC interview. Another one, he's the COO, Chief Operating Officer of Patron Spirits. He joins us live from the Chinese capital, Beijing. John, good to see you, and a good year last year. Let's talk about where you are. China, a huge and very important market for people in your space. How are things shaping up?
Things are shaping up very well for us. As you know, there's 3 billion cases of spirits sold in the world, and 1.8 billion of them are in Asia Pacific. So if we could get a sliver of that pie, we'd be doing very well.
Okay, what's growing fastest for you in China?
China, it's our coffee tequila liqueur. There's a coffee wave going across Asia Pacific, and we have a coffee with a tequila base that's winning consumers over, both male and female.
Okay, I'm just curious, what about tequila itself?
Tequila itself is a very special product, and when we have the opportunity to teach our consumers how it's made, we're winning them over. As you know, tequila is made from the heart of the agave plant, which is part of the lily family. It takes 8 years for that plant to harvest, and after it harvests, you cook it, bottle it, distill it. And when we put it in the bottle of Patron, all our bottles are handmade. Every bottle is hand-labeled, hand-numbered, and it takes 60 hands to make each and every bottle of Patron. So when consumers realize how special the product is, they're converting over to our brand.
John, you cannot ignore, I'm sure, this yawning disparity in terms of the income gaps in China. Are you seeing a backlash against conspicuous consumption, and are you seeing that hurt your sales?
No, what we're seeing is people in China like luxury products, and we're an affordable luxury. So people are going out and purchasing brands that they feel they can afford. They might not be able to buy a high-priced car or a luxury condominium, but they can treat themselves to something special, and Patron's an affordable luxury.
Hey, listen, so John, talk to us about the economics, especially on the tequila side, because you mentioned blue agave. This is a cactus. They grow it a lot in Mexico, but from the little bit that I've read, you know, farmers down that way are more inclined to be growing corn now because of ethanol, and that's leading to a bit of an agave shortage and higher input costs. It has to mean for folks like yourself. So, A, how are you managing that? And, you know, if you're passing it on to the customer at the end of the day in China, does that actually help you? Because for consumers there, the more you pay, the better the stuff has to be.
Well, that's a very good question. We did see a wave of farmers growing corn in the past, and more tequila brands were entering the marketplace. But a lot of those also ran brands have gone by the wayside now. And we have long-term contracts with our growers, so we're not experiencing any shortage. There was a price increase in raw materials last year, and we did pass it on to the consumer. And as you rightly say, consumers in Asia believe that the more expensive, the better the quality, and our brand is high quality.
Okay, I got to ask you about this as well, and this is, I guess, the flip side, the issue of plasticizers. I'm sure you've been asked about this many, many times. They're at worryingly high levels in China, not just, well, not just for baijiu, but for a lot of other alcoholic products as well. What can you tell us on that front? What about your own stuff?
Okay, the plasticizer issue does not impact us because we don't come anywhere near plastics in the production of our product. We go through great lengths to watch the quality, and our master distiller tastes each and every batch of Patron before it goes to the marketplace. And the other thing that we do to maintain the integrity of our product is we use special guala seals so nobody can tamper with the refilling or injecting of anything in our products.
Okay, John, I want to ask you on a much lighter note, do you see trends when it comes to flavors in alcohol? For example, if bourbon is in one year, is it whiskey the following year?
Yes, in fact, flavors are what drove the growth of spirits in the United States. The spirits industry in the United States is made up of 20% flavors, 27% flavors. And the growth, 46% of the growth last year was in flavored beverage alcohol. So we're going to continue to see a wave of flavors as we head into the next few years.
So what's the fashion this year? What's the cool drink for 2013, the year of the snake, going to be?
The cool drink, it's going to be, Irish whiskeys are doing very well, and bourbons. You're seeing a lot of maple and honey products coming out. So it's an array of flavors. It's always been a flavor industry.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about what you do. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
You too. John McDonald there.